Hi, this is Simon Chan and welcome to my network marketing training. Members of my coaching mastermind groups can ask me questions on a weekly basis, any tips or advice, or anything they want to ask. And today's question comes from 5-star mastermind member Howard from Melbourne, Australia. And Howard's a leader, and he's got a group, and he's asking me, hi Simon Chan, after setting up a team with weekly meetings and trainings, I realized a couple of my downlines would love to do well in this business, but are not really motivated. I would love them to allocate a couple of hours a week for the business to be consistent every week. I've also tried reasoning out with them the importance of attending weekly trainings and meetings, but it does not seem to be very effective. How would you, as a team leader, keep the team spirit and individual motivated and committed in learning and improving themselves? What are a few main important leadership skills that you think is very important to learn or improve on? Great question, Howard. We had talked about the upcoming coaching call. We're talking about the 4 different types of downlines. But you have to understand, you're a leader. You have a great attitude. You're always on the calls. You're always asking great questions. Not everyone's going to be like you. Okay. It's just like everyone. Why? They're not like you and like people like you and me. We're rare, right? People in our mastermind group, they're rare. Meaning that everyone wants to be successful, but not many people are willing to pay the price to be successful. And unfortunately, that's a sad reality. Otherwise, why do most people go join gyms? They quit, right? Why do most people buy nice golf clubs? Because they have huge ambitions, but they don't do anything with it, right? So that's just the reality. So there's a couple of answers to your questions. Number one, it seems that you are doing good leadership. You're explaining to them, but they still don't want to show up. So I would explain to them, in the job, if you didn't show up, you would be fired, right? Your boss tells you to go somewhere and you don't show up, you'll be fired. So that's why in this business, it's very important. You can make as much money as you want or as little money as you want, right? We are our own boss. So I think you can't convince them. A couple of things. It's a couple of things. I would just I'll let them go. Right, and you can't beg them. The more you beg them, the more desperate you are. Then people say, "Oh, Howard's not that successful," which is not true. Right? You really got to think about. You can't hang on to your downlines. I know they say they want to do well, but the actions got to prove they do well. So and you have to understand. Work with people that deserve your time, not need your time. Right, the people that deserve your time, not need your time. Your winner, you're looking for the next Howard, is out there, but you'll never find a Howard if you're wasting time with these people. And you give them a fair opportunity, you give it to them, you're providing training support, but they don't take action. At the end of the day, they gotta want it. And think about this, you want them to be successful, right? But their desire for their success has got to be greater than your desire for their success, right? They gotta want it themselves more than they want it, right? So another example is like I'm not your upline, but I want you to be successful, Howard, right? You're one of my coaching mastermind members. I want you to be successful, but I can't want your success more than you want to be successful. If I want you to be successful, Howard, I keep pushing you, but you yourself don't want it. It doesn't work, and you just have to let some of these people go. Okay, and then it's almost like the more you try to convince them, it actually hurts you because they don't look up to you as a leader. Because deep down they know they're not good. Deep down they know, oh, I'm kind of pathetic. I'm not even motivated. But how does keep trying to convince me to go? So deep down they know deep down it actually hurts you. They think you're not that successful because of that. Okay. The second thing is they keep this. You can hear my dog barking right now. Obi, he's he's the work-at-home network marketing dog. He's barking right now. So if he barks, I'm sorry about that. So he's just having a good time at home right now. So the second thing I want to talk about is the team spirit. Right, bring in new people. Don't worry about those people. Bring your team spirit. They'll be motivated by seeing you grow. As long as you grow, that'll be great. Don't worry about the ones who are not showing up. You can't worry about them. Now, 2 other things is, number one, now that's basically the leadership standpoint, right? Another thing from the leadership is your meetings may need a change sometimes. Maybe it's the same format all the time. And that's why they're not, that's why it's not, people are bored. You have to think that people may be bored. And we'll talk about this on the next week call. You got to change it up a little bit. Okay, maybe once you have to do some fun events. And a lot of the, you ask me, main leadership skills, a lot of the best trainings are during informal trainings. When people go there and just sit there and listen, they may get bored. Right? The best trainings are informal trainings. What do I mean by informal trainings? When you're going out to dinner, sharing, when you're hanging out, right? Like I take my team members to work out. We go work, and some of my team members love to exercise. They're like perfect for me. We go work out together, and while we're working out, or we're playing basketball or biking, I share when we talk. And sometimes I see lessons, like for example, biking. Sometimes it's hard, climb up a hill, but you don't quit. You keep going. So we start talking about the lessons, and that's how we do is the relationship building. Building the relationship is the most important. So relationship building, and a lot of times just casual sharing over coffee or or dinner. I'll start sharing lessons. A lot of times those are the best trainings. People don't want to go to a weekly meeting, just sit there all the time, just listen. They get bored of it very quickly. And the younger they are, the easier they get bored. Okay, so take the training outside that classroom environment. Do something outdoors. Do some social thing, something fun, and then you share the training, right? It could be sometimes, I've had instances where we go to a club, and this is true, we're in a club, we're in there having a drink, and then when the drink, we talk for 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes, I can give a lesson that a person will never forget. But when they sit in the classroom, they're so bored, one ear in, one ear out, right? So you got to find out different people learn differently. And so that's one of the things from the leadership point, where to improve is there's different ways to learn and different ways to touch people's hearts. And not everyone's good for the classroom weekly meetings. Some of the people are outside. Okay, and the second leadership lesson here is like the next, and this is the key, the next Howard is out there. Okay, out there, but you can't be wasting time with these people not attending the trainings. But also, these people who are not attending trainings, they will know the next Howard. They will know the next superstar. A lot of times the leader is not in our circle, is 1 or 2 degrees away. That person knows it, but you need to get to their list. Get to their list, start talking to their friends, and get to know them. So that's why a fun event, a social event is great. A barbecue, something fun, or dim sum come out, right? When they come out there, that's when you bring their friends. Maybe you can tap into their network. But they themselves, they're not motivated. They don't have the skill. They feel shy. They bring their friends to hang out, or it could be a club, party. That's when you meet the people. And that's where you can find a superstar. But just to give you an idea, again, getting back to the trainings, got to be different. I do like webinar trainings, classroom trainings. But for my team, every week, like for my team I'm growing right now, every week we meet for dim sum. Every Wednesday we meet for dim sum for lunch. We catch up, we talk, and I share things. And the group has not been growing as fast, but just all it takes is one person. In every group that I've grown, it may be slow for a while, and then once it catches fire, it takes off very quickly. But we just wait, we meet, and we share ideas, and it's just being patient. And the leadership, it has to be patient, right? But it's got to be working with people that deserve, remember, that deserve your time. That's the big leadership thing here. Deserve your time. So don't go chasing after the people, but there are people who deserve it, then you work 100% with them. The ones that don't show up, you can't beg with them, right? You just don't. And as your group grows, Howard, you realize you have no time for them. So that's what I'll think about. And we'll talk about in the next coaching about the 4 types of people. And I'll just give you a brief rundown. 4 types of people. 27% complain, they whine, they don't show up. 65% they just do. They're followers. They just do a little bit. 5% are supporters. They're like your right-hand man, right-hand woman. They'll do everything to help support you. They're the future leaders. And 3% are leaders. So only 1 out of 33 will be the next Howard. That's the way you have to see it that way. And Howard, when you first start out, you were not a leader. You were like a supporter, 5% supporter, right? 5%. I was a supporter, but the difference is the leaders take action. So like you asked them, you asked me advice. I give you advice for a team training, team meetings. Boom, instantly start doing them, right? That is when you know a leader takes action. So your team, you got to find that leader. But a lot of people, 1 out of 4, they complain, they don't show up. You can't worry about them, because if you keep worrying about them, you're taking time away from the people that deserve your time. The next supporter who's hungry, working, you need to spend more time with them. And actually, the people who don't show up, You spend more time with the people who deserve your time and less time with those people who you say that you're trying to convince them. They're not who are not really motivated. So to answer your question, I would spend less time with them. You just tell me you don't deserve my time, and spend more time with the people that actually can grow. And that is how you grow. The business really takes off. That's really how network marketing works. Theoretically, doesn't work that way. Realistically, that's what happens. When I wish that everyone could be successful, I wish everyone would be successful. But the reality is, just like anything out there, 1 out of 4 people will complain they don't do much. But you will have the 5-10% that are very motivated, and those are the ones you put more energy and time with, and you don't worry about the others. All right, Howard, hope that helpful. It's long, and I can actually talk on and on for like an hour about this. But I will bring it up on our next coaching call. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching my network marketing training. This is Simon Chan. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.